Besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Em and welcome to the buddy read vlog for the month of March, which I'm very excited about because this month we are buddy reading Carrie, Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I'm so excited to read this book. I've read a good few Taylor Jenkins Reid books now, probably mostly like the ones that are kind of like all in the same universe, like this one, Daisy Jones and Evelyn Hugo. Well, I have not read this one yet, but like Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones, like they're set in the same kind of world. Oh, and Malibu Rising, of course. Oh my god, how could I forget? So this is, I think, the like last book that's kind of like connected to each other, if you know what I mean. So I'm very excited to read this one, and yeah, I can't wait. First of all, my nails kind of match this cover, which was very unplanned, but I just love that so much. I don't know when exactly I'm going to start it because I'm actually currently reading Keeping 13, which I'm not going to talk about in this vlog because I've been talking about it in like literally every single vlog that I've done over the past while, but I kind of want to finish that one before I move on to Carrie, Soto, but also I don't want to leave this to the end of the month. And also it's perfect because I'm actually currently watching Daisy Jones and the Six, like the adaptation and everything, and it's putting me like in the mood to get back into like Taylor Jenkins Reid's works and stuff. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to be reading this one. Once again, disclaimer, there will be spoilers in this vlog. I just want to put it out there because I'm assuming that if you are watching this vlog that you have read this book, so I will be putting spoilers in it. That's basically it. So what I know about this book is that Carrie Soto is the woman that Nina's husband cheated on her with. I think that's the connection there. Because I know that this book is connected to like Malibu Rising and Seven Husbands and Daisy Jones and everything like that. And I am sure that Mr. Mick Riva is going to make at least one appearance. He's going to make at least one appearance during this book, like I guarantee it. All I know as well is that this is based around tennis, which is very interesting. And honestly, I'm kind of excited. Like I actually really like tennis. And I was debating, this is so off topic for the book, but I was debating starting like at a tennis club, which I know that like 18 is a bit late to be like starting. Well, actually it's kind of not, to be honest. But yeah, I was thinking about starting in a tennis club because I recently went on a trip away and we were staying in like these apartments and stuff, and they had a tennis court beside them, and I was like, oh my god, like I really, really want to play tennis, but I didn't get around to doing it because nobody would play with me because everyone else was hungover, but I don't really drink that much, so I was kind of like raring to go, ready to play tennis, but everyone else was hungover and they didn't want to play with me. So coming into the warmer months, that may be something that I might do. I'm not sure. I also want to focus more on swimming, so yeah, maybe I'll start doing tennis after reading this book. Who even knows? You guys who are watching this vlog are the first ones to know that, and you're also going to be the only ones to know that maybe the reason that I start tennis is because of Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard amazing reviews for this, which I'm not shocked over because I've heard amazing reviews for literally all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. Also, why does it feel so wrong to call her Taylor? I feel like I say her full name in like every time that I mention it because I'm like, if I say Taylor, I automatically assume Swift. Anyways, this is so irrelevant. Welcome to the vlog. Very excited to start this book. Also, just like a little life update, I'm currently like practicing my languages and like studying my languages because I have my oral exams coming up in like 3-ish weeks, I think, and I'm like trying to practice my languages and get better at speaking them, because you can think you know what you're talking about and then you like actually go to speak it and you're like, fuck, like I don't know what I'm saying. So today and like for the next few days I'm going to be trying to speak Oscuelga as much as I possibly can and speaking in French as much as I possibly can, particularly Irish though. I'm going to particularly be trying to speak Irish into like every aspect of my life for the next couple of days, so that's going to be interesting. I would love to get to the stage where I could film an entire video in Irish and do subtitles for you guys, but I don't think I'm there quite yet. I don't even know if that's something that you guys would like, but if it is, let me know in the comments. I might do one for Patreon because like there's only going to be a few besties watching instead of like putting it like publicly and stuff and having people like critique my grammar and everything like that, because I'm not fluent, but I'm trying to become a lot better because I want to do primary teaching and you need to have like pretty much fluent Irish to be a primary teacher. So I'm definitely going to be trying to practice that as much as I possibly can. And also I actually love languages. Like they're really difficult to learn and I don't love the kind of like way that we learn them in school being like very grammar central and like writing essays and stuff, but I love speaking languages. Like I adore them, and I want to actually start taking Spanish as well as soon as I graduate. I'm not starting Spanish yet because I am already doing like 2 languages for my exams, and I'm gonna, if I throw Spanish into the mix without like it being an actual exam subject, I feel like I'm just going to confuse myself because I already mix up French and Irish all the time. I think like maybe over the summer I'm going to start learning Spanish because obviously my best friend is Spanish and I'm going over to Spain. So yeah, that's irrelevant to everything. This is the vlog for Carrie Soto is back, but I'm very excited. It's also not that long. It's like 350 pages ish, give or take. So yeah, this is the book that I'm going to be reading. This is the vlog. Welcome to the vlog. Hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you later. Hi besties. Okay, I want to give you a little reading update on Carrie Soto is back because I've just started reading this book. I know I opened this vlog like earlier in the week and I was like, I'm going to start it immediately. I didn't start it immediately. I waited until I finished Keeping 13 because I'm just like a one book at a time girly. But I just started it tonight and I sectioned it out into like each of like the parts that it's divided into. And I just read like the first part or the first section, which was all about like Nina? No, that's the character from Malibu Rising. Carrie. It's literally the title of the book. Wow. And yeah, basically like the first part of this book is all about Carrie's career and how she started tennis and all of her career up until she retired. I can't say that it was the most interesting thing I've ever read in my life. There was absolutely nothing else to it except tennis, which I don't know if that's the vibe of the whole book. I assumed that there was going to be more to it. I don't know. Maybe just because that was kind of like leading us up to present day. Maybe that's why there was more tennis involved. And like I know this book is centered around tennis, but like I thought there'd be kind of more to it as well. Like the first section was literally just tennis, which it's not that I don't like that. Like I have a mild interest in it, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't need to know this much about the actual game itself because I don't. So yeah, I'm on page 76 right now. Not immediately in love with this book, but it has potential. And I'm not ruling it out yet because, you know, like I didn't dislike the pages that I just read. And just like every other Taylor Jenkins Reid book, it is so fast to read and you do just get kind of sucked in. And even though I was kind of like, I wish other things were happening, I was still enjoying what I was reading and I read 76 pages relatively quickly as well. So yeah, I'm just intrigued to see where it's gonna go. Carrie is a very unlikable character. Like she is a very competitive, mean character, but I don't necessarily dislike that because I feel like one, women are sometimes held to a kind of standard that they're supposed to be really, really nice all the time, and then it's like a huge shock when they're not. So I'm kind of like, yeah, give us a mean main character, give us like an unlikable protagonist, like go for it. But also I feel like there's going to be amazing character development throughout this book, and like she's going to kind of realize her priorities and she's going to kind of, you know, maybe become a better person by the end of it. But yeah, that's kind of all the update that I have for right now because I've only read 76 pages. I hope to read a lot more of it tomorrow, maybe like the next section or two. We shall see. But now I'm kind of getting the plot of this book is that like she was like the best tennis player in the world and then she retired and now she's coming back. And it's gonna be good. I'm excited to continue reading. Also, this naked hardcover is so pretty, like this lilac color. Gorgeous. Let me know up to this point if you read this book, like what did you think of Carrie's character at the start, because I'm very interested to see will I like her more at the end, because yeah, she's a very mean character and she's very like competitive and rude and everything like that, but it's interesting to read about because it's refreshing. But yeah, anyways, that is all I have to say for right now. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hi besties. Okay, it is now Saturday and I've read a good bit more of Carrie Soto is back, which I want to give you an update on. I am also a little bit sick at the minute and my throat hurts so bad, so I'm going to try and keep this update as short as possible because it literally hurts to talk. But I wanted to give you an update because I'm trying to update you after every section of the book because I feel like my opinions may change section to section, so I want to keep updating you as I go. I just got to page 208, which is the French Open. I'm liking it a bit more. I can't really say that like I'm loving it, but also I'm liking it for the fact that it is a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and I feel like if it was written by any other author, I maybe wouldn't be liking it as much because I'm not that interested in the plot. There's a lot of tennis talk, like a lot of tennis talk, and nothing else going on so far. Like there's no other elements to the book except tennis, so I really shouldn't be liking it, but somehow Taylor Jenkins Reid has a way to make you like the book even if you care nothing about the topic. So like I am actually enjoying it. I'm just not obsessed. I can't actually remember the name of the guy right now. I want to say Rob, but I really don't think it's Rob. Bo. Oh my god, Bo is his name. I'm really liking the potential romance that we have between Carrie and Bo. I really want to see her happy. I really want to see her realize that there's more to life than tennis and realize that there's more to life than winning. And I think her father is such a lovely guy as well, because he's obviously coaching her. He obviously wants the best for her and wants her to succeed, but he's never ever failed to remind her that like it's okay if you lose, and that he will love her either way and want to coach her either way. So I really like that. It makes a good change from the characters in the last book who had McReva as a dad, who's an absolute asshole. But yeah, I'm 200 pages in. I kind of want to read like another section tonight so that I can read like the last section tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm not loving it, which is why I kind of want to finish it quicker, because I kind of just need to finish it at this stage. But yeah, that is my update for right now. Not much has changed. I am enjoying the tennis talk, but there's just a bit too much for my liking. Like, I don't know. I'm not a tennis player, so I don't know. That is my update for right now. I am gonna go and I will come back to you later. I have now finished Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I want to give you a final reading update before I end out this vlog. So first of all, I'm actually really glad that we picked this as our buddy read book for March, because I feel like it would have been sitting on my shelf for months more without me ever picking it up, and I'm really glad that I picked it up because I did like it. We'll start there. I did like this book. Did I like this book as much as Daisy Jones, Evelyn Hugo, Malibu Rising? No, but I did still really like it. I ended up rating this book a 4 stars all the way along, all the way throughout the book. I was going to give it a 3 stars, then I was thinking like maybe a 3.5, but the ending and like the last maybe like 100 pages were the best by far in the whole book, and that bumped it up to a 4. I will say that I think if this book had been written by anybody else, I don't think I would have liked it as much, but TJR has like this power that like even if you are not remotely interested in the topic that she is trying to tell you about, she has a way to make you interested. Like I didn't have a huge interest in tennis. I didn't dislike tennis, but I didn't have an interest in it. Okay, they're literally collecting our bins right now. Anyways, but like I did find myself really glued to the matches that Carrie was playing in this book, and like really intrigued to see how they were going to end. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna come back when they leave. Okay, I don't need to hold up the book the whole time because you know what book I'm talking about. I was also right when I said that I feel like Carrie would have a lot of character development throughout the book. I would say that definitely she ended the book as a better person than she started the book with, and she kind of realized her priorities and everything like that. It was really great. When her dad died, that made me so sad. Like I saw it coming. I did see it coming, because I was like, okay, something else has to happen in this book, because up to that point this book was just tennis. Like I will say this book was just tennis. Like Evelyn Hugo wasn't just about acting. Daisy Jones wasn't just about a band. Malibu Rising wasn't just about surfing. There was so much else to it. This book, to the best of my knowledge, was literally just tennis. I don't know if that maybe was just me finding that, or maybe everybody found that, but I did find that like this book was literally just tennis up until the part where her dad died. I did predict that her dad was going to die, because I suppose he was the only other character in this book kind of that, you know, was going to make an impact on her life, and something sad had to happen. So I was like, okay, the dad's gonna die. I was fairly sure that the dad was going to die before Wimbledon, because then like he wouldn't get to see her win. He didn't, so I was kind of like, I wasn't that sad when the dad died, because I was like, he got to see her win Wimbledon, they got through that, and then he died. Yes, I was sad, of course, but I was like, yeah, okay, that had to happen, because otherwise nothing happened in this book at all except for her playing tennis. I also really liked the fact that she didn't win the US Open. I was reading it and I was like, oh my god, like, is she gonna win? Is she not gonna win? And I was thinking through of like which would actually be better, and I'm actually really glad that she didn't win it, because it's like she made her peace with the fact that she's not the best player in the world anymore. Her father was so proud of her, and she was so proud of her, and she's done amazing things, and now it's time to let other people take over. And I really liked that, like, as I said, character development, like from the start of the book where she literally threw like a tantrum if she didn't win, to like making peace with losing her last ever professional game of tennis ever, was amazing. I loved that. Yeah, I think this book was really well written. There was something about it that I didn't love, and I think it was the fact that maybe there was nothing else to it except tennis. But I did still enjoy it, and I did find myself like getting hooked. I will say, I think when I was like 200 pages into the book, I did download it on my Kindle as well so that I could read it a bit quicker, because I just was not getting through it as quick as I wanted, and reading on my Kindle literally gives me some sort of like reading superpower or something. So I did read the second half of the book on my Kindle. I really did like the ending though. I think the ending was amazing. I also absolutely loved the fact that now Carrie is Nikki's coach. That was phenomenal. That was such a good idea and such a good decision, and I think that that was actually the perfect ending. I don't know, I just really loved it. I don't think it's my favorite of her books that I've read, but I did still really like it, and I feel like maybe this book may have been better to read in the summer or like when the weather is warm, because I don't know why, but it just gave me those like summery vibes, and I really like reading books to match the seasons, and it gave me those summer vibes. But yeah, really liked it. Overall, it was actually a very quick read. Like for a book that I wasn't hugely loving, I did finish it relatively quickly, and like when I was reading the last like 150 pages, 200 pages, I read through it like so quick on my Kindle. Yeah, like I would recommend this book. I'm assuming that like if you're watching this far in the video, you've read it, because I have spoiled everything. But yeah, I liked it. I think it was good. I'm glad that I picked it up. I'm glad that I read it. I'm glad that I pushed through and finished it, because there was a stage where I was like, I don't know if I want to read this book right now. Also, I do think that like by the end, like when the book ended, I was only starting to get into it. Like I would have actually read another 100 pages because I was only starting to get intrigued, and other things were only like starting to become introduced and stuff. So like actually when the book ended is when I was getting most excited to keep reading. Yeah, but I liked all the characters. I liked the competition element. I liked hearing about tennis. It did make me more interested in tennis. It made me want to like watch a game, possibly play some when the weather starts getting nicer. Things like that. Like yeah, it was fun. It was good. It was a good time. I read it. I liked it. It's over. Yeah, also there was a Daisy Jones and the Six reference. She had bought their unofficial autobiography because she wanted to read about who was sleeping with who. There was also a Mick Riva mention as well earlier in the book, which I love when there's crossovers in books. It makes me so happy. I actually really loved Carrie as a character, because even though she was cold-hearted and like people were calling her a bitch, I loved that, because women are always expected to be nice and always expected to be friendly and lovely and pleasant, and she was not, and that just made me so happy, because I was like, you don't have to be nice all the time. And I really liked her character, I have to say, even when she was a bitch, because I was like, yes, you go be a bitch, you know, like she can call herself a bitch, but nobody else can call her that, you know what I mean? Also her relationship with Bo was really cute. I'm really glad that they ended up together. I think towards the end she was definitely starting to mellow a little bit, and definitely kind of starting to reimagine her life, and I feel like her father was kind of the reason for that and everything. But yeah, that is all I have to say about this book. Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments if you read it with me. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you rated it. But yeah, that is it for right now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay amazing, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.